You guys, it's a beautiful day. We got this greenery behind me. We got some trash, some beer bottles, bags of snacks. Lord have mercy. You ever see shit and it's just so unrelatable? You're like, where are you in your life to where that's even an option for you? Just drinking some damn beer in the woods and ditching the cans in the forest. Very strange. So, fasting, extreme fasting, prolonged fasting, not this IF 16-8 soft shit, right? Not intermittent fasting. We're talking about extreme prolonged fasting, 48 hours, 72 hours, maybe even 80 hours, maybe even a week. I see this topic kind of die out and then resurface, then die out in popularity in the fitness scene, in the weight loss scene. And I do have a good amount of experience with this. And that's what I want to share with you today and see if any of this makes sense to you. Nothing could be more of a straightforward weight loss approach than literally not eating. It is the most dummy-proof weight loss plan on planet Earth. You cannot fuck it up. You cannot fuck it up. If you say for the next 5 days, I will not eat, there is a 100% chance after those 5 days, you will have lost some serious weight. And even after you refeed and go up a little bit, you will still be at a massive net, it's not net positive, net negative, net deficit, right? Like you'll have still lost a good bit of weight. That by far is what was so appealing to me when I first took it on. I liked the hardcore element. I'm like, not eating for days? Holy shit, my ego kind of liked it. People, hey, you want to meet up for lunch? Sorry, I can't that day. Oh, what's going on? No, I'm free. I'm not eating that day. Or the day after that. Or the day after that. Like, I liked the intense hardcore elements of it. That was appealing. I liked that it was a guarantee. But what I found was it actually, as hardcore as I thought it was, it actually took less discipline. It was actually much, much easier to just say, hey, I'm not eating for the next 2 to 3 to 4 to 5 days. I'm drinking salt water, getting in electrolytes, potassium, sodium, magnesium. Other than that, not eating. I went through an entire weight loss cycle using mostly that. And I went through another weight loss cycle with strict tracking of macros, weight training, and cardio. The latter was by far more difficult, by far took more discipline because you're having to make the right decision every few hours. Every time you go to have a meal, you can make, it's a spectrum, right? You can make a fantastic decision. You can make kind of a good decision. You can make, it's not that bad, or you can just completely fuck it up and go crazy and set yourself back, right? You can track macros pretty damn near perfectly for 5 or 6 days. On day 7, go off the rails, and 100% you can lose an entire week's worth of progress. Tracking macros was way, way, way more hardcore. It is more hardcore. It does require more discipline than fasting, because fasting, you have that last meal. It's like having candy at the dentist before they do their little, before they work on your cavities. You have a gigantic feast, which this is what we're really going to get into. I think this is the biggest problem with fasting. You're like, all right, I'm not going to eat for like 5 or 6 days. I'm going to have the biggest, most ridiculous meal possible. If you're pretty overweight, isn't that how you got pretty overweight in the first place, is by having big, ridiculous meals, by having portions that are too damn big, too damn often? So the long-term neural wiring that we're setting in, the long-term neural pathways that we're creating by putting yourself in a scenario where it's actually okay. No, it's more than that. It's encouraged. No, it's more than that. It's damn near mandatory to have that massive meal before you do this really long fast. Is that really setting yourself up for success in the long run? In the short term, it is going to work. And this is what I would do. I would have a gigantic feast. I would say, all right, I'm going to go 48 hours for sure. Like 48 hours was pretty easy. I'll see if I get to 72, see how I feel. I might go a little longer. Or maybe I call it at 60 hours. So I'd have a massive meal around like 3 or 5 o'clock, make it an early dinner. And I would fast, drink water, minerals. I would still work out. The workouts were weird. Like they just felt very odd. Surprisingly, the strength wasn't violently off compared to what I thought it would be. Pretty close to where you would normally be. Endurance is definitely affected. Your ability to just get after it and push yourself is certainly affected, which you might not even really want to go to psycho if you're deep into a fast. And then when I would break that fast, here goes the Joker smile, grinning ear to ear. Whoo, hoo, 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 time to feast again. We'd be getting we'd get a damn family catering meal from like Firebirds or some shit. Feast 4 to 6, not feast 1 for 4 to 6 days. Have this giant vat of pasta and chicken and the cream sauce. I'm eating ribs, mashed potatoes, getting some vegetables in, some fruits. Finish it off with a big old protein smoothie dessert type shake. Wipe all the sauce. I mean, I have rib sauce up to my damn head. I'd be just covered in food. Wipe all that off. All right, time to do it again. And it worked really well. I got from 215, it was like 213, 215, all the way to just below 190 in a very short amount of time. And whether that's positive or negative, I mean, it's kind of up in the air. I do think I lost a little bit of muscle, which is a big concern with lifters and fasting. Really should be anyone's concern with fasting. Like, am I going to lose muscle? That should take so long to build. I'd much rather hold on to it. But again, it is a guarantee. You cannot fuck it up. It's a guarantee you're going to lose weight. The question is this: what happens when you stop fasting? What happens when now you go back to normal eating 3 to 4 meals a day, maybe 5 snacks in between, however you run it? What have you trained your brain to do? Because I hear a lot of people that are like religious about fasting speak about how it kills food addiction, and you become like a Jedi and master your mind map, your mindset. You're no longer like a rabid dog. When you're hungry, you're like, hey, I've been through this. I've done this for 4 days at a time. I can go another couple hours without eating. That can be true. I did have a little bit of that, but I also had, man, it is fun to frickin' feast. I also had, man, it is awesome how easy it is to lose weight now that I have this secret weapon. I could really go crazy today if I wanted to, and if I want to get it right back off, I'll just do another fast. I'll just do another 48-hour fast. It's almost like a lot of times if something's too good to be true, it probably is. If you make fasting, what the hell is going on back behind me? If you make fasting, probably someone in the damn woods about to come out and get me, talking shit about his trash. If you make fasting like your trump card, your secret weapon that you can pull out at any time to lose a few pounds, so that leads you to eat sort of whatever you want, because you cannot, that kind of sets up a weird paradigm. That kind of sets up a weird situation up here. Tracking macros, on the other hand, trains you to make a good decision every time you eat. Even if you're not tracking macros, you can look at a plate and know if it's yay or nay, know if it's way off, track, or way on. If you see no protein, the plate is like glistening under the light because there's so much freaking oil and fat on it. Man, it's high carb, high fat, high carb, little to no protein. Basically what normal people eat. That like describes everyone's diet. High fat, high carb, protein is an afterthought. No wonder everyone looks fucking horrible. That is literally the opposite of what you want. If you've been tracking macros and you see that plate, you know it's some nonsense. You know it's some nonsense. You know what to eat and what not to eat. I find with fasting, it almost gives you this illusion of like, who cares? I'll not eat for a few days and I'll make it work. Is that going to set you up for success long term? I don't think so. Is that going to set you up for success retaining and building lean mass, lean tissue, muscle? I don't think so. However, if tracking macros is just an unreachable process for some people, which I'm not endorsing that or encouraging that. I mean, it's the fucking best. Tracking macros is so bulletproof, it's not even funny. In very much the same way that fasting is a guarantee, tracking macros is also a guarantee, but it's a process you have to adhere to, again, every few hours versus every few days. If someone is like on death's door and they're very desperate and they just need something to work now, fasting can be a good option. I had a client, she was doing long fasts. She was doing OMAD, 1 meal a day, and then sometimes she'd hit a 36-hour fast, and she lost a lot of weight. Did it set them up for success in the long run, like I'm talking about? Because I blew up after I was done fasting and then decided I wanted to gain some size, which ended up being just a boatload of fat. I blew up because I'm eating the big meals, I'm going crazy, but now I'm doing it all the damn time versus once every 5 days. So it didn't set me up for success long term. This client I'm thinking of, I don't believe it set her up for success long term. Lost a lot of weight, gained some of it back. But I can see some people, I can see it being a net positive for them. If they're not freaking out about results in the gym, they're not super sweating progress in these other areas, they're like, I just need something to work for the love of God. I have been this same number, or maybe I've been going up in weight for years. I have never been able to make it work. Like someone in that situation, and it's funny that the scale gets so put down these days. Everyone's like, don't look at the scale. That's like the worst measurement ever. I think that's fucking crazy. It's not going to be that off. They're like, oh, the sodium, the hydration, you're holding water. It's not going to be that off. The scale keeps you very honest with your daily habits. But if someone just needs to see that scale go down, and then when they see it go down, this light bulb goes off like, oh my God, it's possible. That can be very powerful. A lot of people just need to see a number they haven't seen in 2 decades, and it might bring them to tears. It might bring them to their knees and have them in tears because they are so shocked at the number they see on the scale. I haven't seen that since I was in high school. I thought it was never going to happen again. I feel like I just got my life back. I feel like I just got self-control back. I feel like I just got my willpower back. That can be very powerful and transformative for someone, and that can absolutely happen with prolonged fasting. That can absolutely happen. It's one of those things where, again, I'm just sharing my experience. You can look up, hey, is keto legit? And people that have gotten a fantastic result with it and were able to make it sustainable and had little to no negatives after the fact, they're going to say keto's the shit. It's amazing. This is what happened. And you'll go, oh, wow, okay, seems like it's really going to work. And then you can look up the negatives or like reverse testimonials, like negative experiences from keto, and you'll find a lot of other people saying, oh, I blew up as soon as I brought carbs back, kind of like the fasting, or oh, I had these health problems, or I didn't feel strong, or this or that, and you'll go, oh, so maybe it doesn't work. Damn near everything has worked for different people at different times. The deciding factor of if it's going to work for you is it going to work for you? That's the deciding factor. Is this something you can adhere to? Have you weighed out the pros and cons, the trade-offs? Can you look at it all very objectively and honestly and go, hey, this is a good fit for me, and I'm going to stick to it, and I know the potential pitfalls after the fact. I'm all in on this. Whatever plan you can check all those boxes with, that's probably the plan for you. You ever get tired of hearing that answer? when it's vague instead of that clear cut, like really that's what we all want. We just want someone to say, motherfucker, this works, do it, it's gonna work. I remember I used to be here on YouTube myself looking up stuff, and it would be ending with some kind of answer of like, hey, if it works for you, or some people yes, some people no. I'm like, damn it, just tell me what works. Well, that might not be reality. Reality might be it has worked for some definitively, and it has not worked for some definitively. Which one are you going to be? That is completely up to you. I think other methods like tracking macros or just having a whole foods mentality. I want some meat, fruit, vegetables, grains, rice, bread, eggs, dairy, keeping the additional fats from oils very minimal because I'm getting so much fat from my eggs and my whole milk and my yogurt. Very little to no junk food, processed food. Like, I think that's a great option. I think there are other options that are more sustainable, that set you up for success in the long run with building better neural wiring and neural pathways on just like how to think about food. But fasting can be a great option. That was my experience with prolonged fasting. I hope that helped, and I'll see you in the next one.